Have you ever wondered why a certain zodiac sign does not like you? Like, you'll meet them, you'll think they're so cool, and then you just realize they don't fuck with you and you don't know why. You're just like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing wrong? We're gonna talk about that today. Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you're new here, my name's Ashley and I make astrology videos here on YouTube. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about why zodiac sign might not like you. So I'm going to give like 2 pointers on what to look out for if you're kind of curious. I've noticed a lot of Scorpios don't like me, and this has nothing to do with the fact that I talk shit about them on my YouTube channel, because this has been a thing. And some Geminis, but it sucks because I really like them. So I'm going to talk about why they might not like you. But before I do that, I do want to give a little shout out to our sponsor, Keen. So thank you, Keen, for sponsoring this video. So if you guys don't know by now, which you should if you watch my channel. By the way, if you're new, subscribe. Keen is a website that gives you access to thousands of people that are gifted. Gifted in the sense of anything pretty much metaphysical. So tarot readers, psychics, clairvoyants, astrologers, spiritual advisors, everything like that. So if you're someone that's seeking out answers, you need some guidance, some spiritual advice, then Keen is the website for you. So what I use this website for is I like to do like quarterly readings and see where my life is at, see where I'm headed. If I have a question that I really need an answer to, then I'll get on Keen, I'll get some answers. If I just need some spiritual advice, I go there. You can even talk to mediums on there if you want to connect with your loved ones. There's so many different types of people on Keen. So what's amazing about Keen is that there's rating and reviews. So I like to look at the ratings and reviews before I choose a psychic. I usually pick a psychic up just by seeing what I'm drawn to, what their bio's like. If I see their image and I'm like, oh, I need to speak to you, stuff like that. Like, you just kind of look out for it and you just know when it's the right one for you. Then you just read the reviews, which I highly suggest. And there's a lot of really talented individuals on there. I've had some readings that have been so accurate and everything happened in a couple months and I'm like, just like the psychic said. But anyways, if you are interested in checking out Keen, then as a first-time user, you can get your first reading of up to 10 minutes for only $1.99. Guys, this is a deal. Do you know how many answers you can get in 10 minutes? You can literally ask about your love life, your career, your finances, and your mental health in like 10 minutes, get all the answers, and you pay $1.99. Like, that's actually nothing. So just don't buy a junior chicken and get a reading on Keen. So if you are interested in claiming this offer, then obviously you see right here on the screen, use this link to get this reading for $1.99. I love working with Keen. They always hook it up for you guys. So hopefully I can continue to work with them in the future and you guys can keep getting good deals from them, because honestly, if you haven't tried Keen by now, you gotta go try it. If you're on my channel, you like astrology and spiritual stuff, so you gotta be on Keen. Anyways, with that being said, I hope you guys claim the offer. If you have a good experience, make sure to let me know. Let's get into the video. Okay, we're gonna start with Aquarius, since I am an Aquarius. As you can see, the water bearer. I don't know if you can read that, but it says Aquarius. Over here, it was supposed to say Aquarius, the water bearer, but the person that translated it did it wrong. So someone corrected me and I was like, that's why this never went on sale. So if anybody out there speaks fluent Japanese, writes fluent Japanese, hit me up so I can make these sweaters for you guys. Anyways, so if you find that Aquarius don't really like you, there's probably 2 good reasons for it, and they're likely to go like this. You probably tried too hard. If an Aquarius meets you and you just are trying way too hard to be their friend, to relate to them, to be nice, if you're just trying too hard in general, they see right through you. When I say Aquarius are able to read people, we can see right away if you're not being your true authentic self. We just know. I don't know, I feel like we're just very gifted and intuitive, but if you are trying too hard, we find it cringe, and we're just kind of like, God, like, just be yourself. And if you're like shy and quiet, we're cool with that. Like, we don't need you to be outgoing and to ask us a million questions and to go out of your way to, you know, sell your personality to us. Like, we don't care about that kind of stuff. Like, we just want to vibe with you and feel your energy, and we just want you to be you, even if that means you're shy and you don't fucking talk. Like, at least you're being you, right? So we just don't like someone that is trying way too hard. I remember when I used to work at, I worked somewhere, and there was this girl that was just like, she wanted to be my friend so bad, and it was so obvious, and like, it was really nice that she wanted to be my friend, but I couldn't even get along with her because I just didn't know how to talk to her, because everything I said she'd agree with, or like have a story for it or relate to it, and I could tell she was just doing the most, and that's the type of shit we don't like. So don't try too hard with us. The second one kind of goes into that, is just being inauthentic. So even if you're not trying too hard but you're just being inauthentic, we don't trust that, because with Aquarius, trust and loyalty is such a big thing, and if we feel like you're inauthentic and you're a little fake, then we just don't have any desire to get to know you or to see anything beyond that, because being inauthentic it screams two-faced, you know? So Yeah. A Pisces, they probably don't like you if you are judgmental. If they feel like they can't be themselves around you, or that you're judging things that they say or do, or you're questioning their behavior, they're just gonna be like, okay, I do not, like, I don't need to answer your questions. I don't need to, you know, make you comfortable. I don't need to do any of this. They just don't like that. Like, they don't want to feel like you are just judging their every move. Even if you just say the littlest thing like, didn't you have McDonald's 3 days in a row this week? They're gonna get annoyed because they're gonna be like, what about it? Why is that your business? It's not. Like, they just don't like that. So if you use the type of behavior with them and you say things like that, or you just judgy, they're gonna be like, Another reason they might not like you is if you are snobby. So I guess, like, being snobby, you can come across as judgmental, but just like being too like bougie and snobby and uptight and like you're better than them, because they just feel like everyone should just be themselves and everyone should just enjoy each other's presence and energy, and they're very chill, easygoing, kind people. I mean, one side of them, but they just don't like when someone is being snobby and just fucks up the whole vibe, because there's no need for it. So if you're giving them snobby vibes, they're just like, for what? Aries, they won't really like you if you're someone who just won't let them take lead. That sounds stupid. I'm not gonna say that they're gonna hate you right away if you just don't let them run the show, but let's say you're working with an Aries and they're trying to kind of take lead on certain things and you just won't let them do that. They don't really want to be around you. It's not so much that they will dislike you, they just won't want to be around you, and they'll have no desire to get to know you, because they're just like, why are you questioning my authority? Even if it's not real authority, they just take on that position no matter where they go. So if you question that, or you step on their toes, or you are just like not willing to go about things their way, they're just not gonna fuck with it. They will be nice to you and they will be cool with you, but they won't go out of their way to be friends with you. They won't build a relationship with you, because they automatically know, like, this person's not for me. Like, I can't. If they don't listen to me, how am I supposed to have a relationship with them? Like, not just romantically, like platonically too, right? They just need someone that's kind of willing to go with whatever they say. Another reason they might not like you is simply if you're not nice. And I know that sounds like common sense, but I don't mind people that aren't the nicest. Like, if you're just like monotone, or just like you don't do the most, like, I still fuck with you. Like, I like you, because I know I don't seem the nicest when I talk to you, but I'm such a nice person, and I know that. But I'm also very monotone and very like blah, you know? So it sounds common sense for me to say that, like, if you aren't nice, they won't like you. But I don't, like, I'm someone, and I'm sure some of you are people that are okay with like people that are not the nicest. But Aries, they need you to be nice. Like, not that you need to kiss their ass, but if you're a sweet, kind, nice person, they'll see that no matter who you are, no matter what you look like, no matter what your status is. They just like nice people. And I really like Aries for that, because I always feel like they're that kind of person that, you know, like, let's say like in high school, if they're like a popular person, they'll talk to the nerdy kid. That doesn't exist in the real world, but we all know in high school that shit, it's a thing, right? So the Aries is the type to just be nice to everyone, because they just like people that are nice to them, because it's a respect thing, really. They just want to be respected. So Taurus, it's funny that they won't fuck with you if you're like this, but they are like this. I guess it's because they're stubborn hypocrites. Love you guys. Love Taurus. But a Taurus probably won't like you if you are a know-it-all. And it's so, I think this is just because you guys will fight too much. Like, if a Taurus is trying to be a smartass and be a know-it-all, and then you're trying to be a smartass and a know-it-all, and neither of you can agree on who's right, they're just gonna get irritated. And if they get irritated with you, it's just like their patience is being tested, and they want peace, you know? So if you're bumping heads like that, then they don't really want to be around you. They're not gonna like you. Like, they probably won't even be that nice to you. It all depends on what Taurus it is. Some of them are like pushovers, but yeah, like, they're just not gonna care about you in that way, because they're gonna be like, this person's annoying as hell. Like, meanwhile, you're just like them. But if you're a know-it-all, a Taurus won't like you. Another reason why they might not like you is if you try and tell them what to do. So like, let's say you're their coworker or you're their classmate, and you're like, you need to finish 3 pages by tomorrow, because we're all doing, like, they don't like that type of energy. They don't like that. Don't tell them what to do. They're smart people. They know how to run things. They know how to go about their day-to-day life. Don't tell them what to do, because they won't like you. And if you feel like you're someone that's kind of been trying to tell a Taurus how to live their life, how to do things, they're not like, no, they don't fuck with you, and they won't say anything. They're just gonna kind of go ghost. Gemini is another air sign, so they're kind of similar to the Aquarius. They probably won't like you if you just give off like fake ass energy, and they don't need you to be like authentic and yourself and this and that. They love that, don't get me wrong, but they just don't want you to give them fake energy. Like, if you don't like them and you're still very nice to them, they will know. They're an air sign. Air signs are so freaking intuitive and analytical that they will see if you're being fake. And if you're being fake, they're just not about it. Like, they just don't like that. Even though they can be fake themselves, they won't mesh with you. They'll never be able to click with you because they just feel the games you're playing and the fraudulent behaviors. Another reason they might not like you is if you're too quiet. They're very outgoing, loud, attention-seeking people. They're fun. They're just cool people. And it's not so much that they will dislike you if you're too quiet, but they won't particularly like you. They don't gravitate towards people that are quiet because they're not like that. So why would they go towards the most quiet person in the room? What are they going to talk about with them? You know, it's not like, Geminis are not like Leos. They don't need all the attention in the room. They just love it. And if they feel like someone that they're around is really quiet and like shy and kind of makes them dim their light to make them comfortable, they just don't want to be around that. They want to be around someone who matches their energy and someone who's loud and fun and this and that. And not to say that they can't be cool with you if you're quiet, but they don't particularly like you. Like, they just don't go towards you, because why would? It's like if you're introverted, you're not going to go towards all the extroverts because you can't keep up. It depends on who you are as a person, but you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. A Cancer, they probably don't fuck with you if you question them on like anything. If you're, let's say, sitting down ranting about a boy, or they're telling you about their new job, and you start questioning things like, are you sure that's the right person? Are you sure this job is for you? Are you sure you weren't supposed to get paid last week? Questioning their decisions, it kind of implies that you think that they're not smart enough. And they're very sensitive. So obviously they're not going to take this lightly. They don't like when you question them. They don't even like when you ask them where they're going all the time, or like what they're doing or who they're seeing. They're private people, and if they feel like you just question too much of what they do, they just don't, they won't like you. They just don't need to share all that with you. If you're their best friend, yeah, of course they're going to be more open with you, but we're talking like why you feel like a Cancer might not like you. Take a step back and think like, do I question their decisions? Do I kind of accuse them of certain things with the way that I word stuff? Like, do I, you know, step on their toes with things I ask? Think about it. Maybe you do. I don't know. Another reason they might not like you is if you're someone that tries to get them to talk. So for example, let's say they're friends with a Gemini, and the Gemini's like, come on, like, why are you so quiet? Like, oh my God, get on the dance floor. Oh my God, do this. Oh my God, do that. Like, take a shot with me and like, let's yell. Like, I don't think people do say that, but like, you know what I mean? If they're chilling and they're comfortable, because like a Cancer is someone that's just quiet a lot of the times. They're not shy. They are not shy. They just like to sit and chill and laugh and be quiet and calm, and that's why everybody fucks with them, because they don't try too hard. They're just there. Whether they're feeling quiet or loud, they're there, but they're comfy with this. Some people that are shy, they can't accept that they're shy, so they're just like sitting quiet, like, why am I so quiet? Why am I so fucking quiet? Blah, blah, blah. That's not the Cancer. The Cancer is someone that's more like, I'm gonna sit here and say nothing for an hour, but I'm listening, I'm laughing, and I'm here. So if you're someone that tries to get them to talk, why are you so quiet? Why are you this? Why won't you talk? Oh my God, are you okay? Like, you're not saying anything. They fucking hate that. They hate that. Do not ask a Cancer why they're so quiet. Don't ask them, are you okay? You haven't said one word for half an hour. They know that. If they wanted to talk, they would talk. They just don't want to talk. So let them chill. If they're upset, you will know it. A Cancer will like mess up the whole vibe if they have a problem. If they're upset, you will know. If they're mad, you will know. If not, just let them be quiet. If they want to just sit and be quiet, let them do it. If you question that, they're not going to be happy. That's going to put them in a mood. That's going to get them irritated, because if most people ask it 3 times, are you sure you're okay? You haven't talked. They're going to be like, I'm fucking sure. And then they're going to leave and go home. So just leave them alone. My rising sign's Cancer, so I really get that one, because that's how I come across in a lot of social situations when I first meet people, and that's why people probably think I'm a Cancer, because of my rising. A Leo does not fuck with you if you're someone who's negative. They don't have time for that. They're very positive people, very like happy people, good vibes around Leos. You know, like I talk my shit, whatever, but they're good people and they're fun and they're nice and they're positive. If you are a negative person, they don't want to be around you. If you're someone that's like, oh, but I don't know about this. Are you sure you're gonna be able to? I don't think I can do that. I don't know if I look good today. Just no, they don't like that. They're not only arrogant people, like they're, you know how like Leos are arrogant and confident and all that stuff, and they just love themselves. They want the same for you. They're not someone who's going to feel threatened if you love yourself just as much as they love themselves. They want you to feel that for yourself. Or that's just an example, right? So if you're really negative about yourself, they're just going to be like, I don't fuck with this. Or if you're just negative about situations, like, we're not going to make it on time, we're going to be late. They're like, why do you need to be like that? They just don't want to be around you because they're not like that. And when you're like that around them, it just messes up their energy and their aura. So when they're around negative people, they don't really feel the most comfortable. They just don't want to be around you. Another reason why they might not like you is if you're not overly nice when you first meet them. They are such friendly people when you meet them. Like, they are so nice. You meet them and you're like, this is the nicest human ever. Later on down the line, depending on your compatibility, you might not feel that way, but you might still feel that way and just think, wow, they're fucking awesome. But they expect that in return. If they're being so sweet to you and you're just being an asshole, or you're just being kind of monotone, kind of blah, like, they're not really gonna fuck with you like that. That's why I think Leos and I sometimes have a hard time getting along, because I'm not that kind of person. So if you're someone like me that's not overly nice and not super friendly, you're just kind of chill, they might have a problem with that and just feel like you're stush, or you're kind of just like, you're rude or you're snobby, because they just kind of expect you to be as nice as them, because it really is their world and you're living in it. So they kind of expect similar energy, you know? A Virgo probably won't like you if you don't pay attention to them. So if you're someone that, let's say you're on a first date and you're not listening to anything they say, or you're not making eye contact, or, you know, you're just not fully present, or just, you know what I'm trying to say? They're not gonna like that, because they want you to pay attention to them. When they're engaged with you, they're engaged with you. They're the type of person to take their phone, turn it off, put it in their bag, leave their bag in the car when they're gonna go hang out with a friend. I'm being dramatic, but like, their attention is on you. And when you're sidetracked, looking around the room, you know, checking your phone, not paying attention, they're just kind of like, you're wasting my time. You're wasting my time. And they don't like that. So don't do that, because if you do, that's probably why they don't like you. Another reason why they probably don't like you is if you're snobby. They don't like snobby people. Virgos are so humble, so sweet, just nice people. So when they're around snobby people, they just don't get it. They don't understand it. They don't click. They can't force it, because snobby people just make them laugh. They're just like, I don't have the time for you. Like, I can't be bothered with you. They just feel like, why should anybody act like they're better than anyone, you know? A Libra probably doesn't like you if you're super judgy. Libras are like the Pisces in this sense. Pretty similar concept, so I won't go into too much, but they just don't like if you're judgy, because Libras are such an open book and they're open-minded in general. So you tell them anything, they won't judge. They are, you could literally tell them the craziest thing ever and they're gonna ask you questions and be fascinated, no matter how weird or dark it is. So when you are being judgmental with them, they just can't get it. They don't know what that means, because they don't have a judgy fucking bone in their body. Like, I've never met a Libra that's judgmental. I don't know about you guys, but they feel like you're judgmental. They just don't care to tell you things. And Libras love to talk. So if they feel like they can't tell you things, they don't care to be around you. They don't care about you. They're just like, okay, well, on to the next person. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and keep my mouth shut because you're gonna judge me. I'd rather just find another friend, you know what I mean? Another reason why a Libra might not like you is if you're very, very quiet. Like I said, they love to talk, but it's not like the Aries where they just love to talk and hear their own voice. The Libras love to hold conversations and have deep, deep, thought-provoking talks. And if you're too quiet, when I say quiet, I don't mean like quiet as in shy. Like, I mean quiet as in you actually don't speak. So they feel like they can't have a relationship with you because they depend on conversation and deep talks to really get to know someone. And if they feel like you're giving them nothing and there's just no substance, you won't really further any relationship, because if you're too quiet, how are they supposed to get to know you, get along with you? They just feel like they're just talking and you're giving them nothing. They have no interest in that. A Scorpio won't like you. This is similar to the other one again, of the Cancer, but in a different way. If you ask too many questions. So with the Cancer, I was saying if you question them. With the Scorpio, it's more like if you ask too many questions, if you're in their business more so. So if you just want to know too much, you're asking a lot of shit, you want to know who their boyfriend is, you want to know what their friend's name is, you want to know about their family, they just don't need that. They want to tell you on their own terms. When they're ready to be open, they will be. It might take a while, but I'm sure they will. Maybe they will be, I don't know. You know, Scorpios, they're a little private, but yeah, like with Scorpios, you just don't want to ask a lot of questions. You don't want to get in their business. You just want to trust that when you build that relationship, they will come to you and tell you the things they want to tell you. Obviously, that doesn't mean like never ask them things. Check in on them. Ask them, did you want to talk about your family life? Did you want to talk about this? And if they say no, or if they imply like, I'm okay, like just drop it and let them bring it to you when they want to bring it to you. Another reason they might not like you is if you're just not nice back to them. They're such sweet people. They're like the friendliest, bubbliest people ever. And if you're just rude, if you're just not nice, they will stop. Like, they will not hesitate to just stop talking to you and act like you've never existed in their world. Like, they give zero fucks. So if you're someone that's just like not nice and you don't reciprocate whatever energy they're giving you, they won't like you. A Sagittarius might not like you if you are someone who is very attention seeking. If you're someone that just demands all of the energy and attention in the room, they just don't want that. One, they feel a little threatened by it, but two, they don't want all the attention. So they just feel like if you are someone that literally demands the attention, you're just not the person for them. They don't have any desire to get to know you. They just feel like it's too much for me, you know? So if you're someone that is very, very needy for attention and you feel like you met a Sag and you're really cool and I want to be friends with you, but it's just not clicking, it's probably because you're someone that's just, you're just too much for them. They're already enough on their own. So they don't need someone that's just like 10 people in one. They also won't fuck with you if you are selfish. So any type of selfishness just turns them off. If they feel like, oh, I did a coffee run for work 3 days in a row for you and I asked you to go once and you say no, it's the type of shit they don't like, because they feel like they're doing so much and they're being kind and they're being generous. Why can't you just do this little thing for me? They don't need the world from you, but if they feel like you are selfish and you don't want to reciprocate the generosity that they give, because they're so generous, they give so much. If they feel like that's you, they don't want to be around you. They just don't like selfish people. They don't get it. They just think it's whack. They're just like, nope. A Capricorn might not like you if you're someone who's just too noisy, too outgoing. They're nice people. They're not shy. They're very like charismatic and social people. They do like to stay home. They can be introverted, but their personality overall can be quite extroverted because they're really, really good with people. The evolved ones. Some of them are awkward. We know this. Moving on from that. So if you're someone that is just too loud, too outgoing, too much, they just don't see a reason to be friends with you. Like, they don't, it's just too much energy for them. Like, let's say you're going to the club, right? This is not every Capricorn, obviously, but let's say you're going to the club or a party and they just go because they want to dance and have a drink and socialize. If you go and you're like, let's fuck this club up, blah, 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 and you're dancing on tables and you're screaming and you're like shoving your tongue down people's throats and you're just like a party animal, they don't want that around them. There's people that are for that, and then there's Capricorns. They're not here for that. They want a good time, they want good vibes, but they don't want to do the most. They never need to have a crazy, crazy time. They don't need to be asking for a lot of attention or being loud or being outgoing. They just want a cool friend who's down. They don't need the extra stuff. Another reason why a Capricorn might not like you is if you're someone who questions their character, if you're trying to like prove them wrong on things, or if you just question the things that they do, if they feel like you have too much say on what they do in life or you dictate what they do. They just don't like that. They want to live their own lives. They're very independent people. So when they feel like someone's coming into their life and just like, you know, getting too involved and questioning too many things, they're so turned off by it, they do not want to be around you at all. They're just going to shut you out completely. I don't know why that video was exhausting. I feel like I've been sitting here and talking for like 30 minutes. I think it's been 30 minutes, but it's obviously gonna be edited down. And the lights on my face, oh my god. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Lately, my videos have not been performing as they used to. They've been getting like 3,000 views. I have almost 200,000 subscribers. I feel like it doesn't make sense. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. If you know what it is, if there's something you don't fuck with on my channel, if there's something that you want me to do, please, please, please let me know. I'm really trying to figure a way out of this. The algorithm is just, I don't know. Anyways, please like this video, boost its engagement, share it with your friends. If you know that this relates to one of your friends, send it to your friend, tell them the timestamp to go to. Subscribe if you're new. I want to hit 200K by 2020. That'd be really cool. I hope I can. So subscribe if you're new. And once again, check out Keen. Lastly, I do have a book. It's called Mindfulness Through the Stars. It's available at Target right now for 30% off. So if you are interested in getting that book, go to Target because you're getting much cheaper. If not, it's available in stores at Indigo in Canada. So Indigo chapters. You can get it Barnes & Nobles. You can get it online, Amazon. You can get the ebook if you're on a budget. So my book is called Mindfulness Through the Stars. I'm going to link it down below. It's all about using astrology to practice mindfulness and improve your mental health, become self-aware, and improve your confidence and things like that. So if you're interested in a self-help book that has to do with your zodiac sign, very specific to your sign, go check it out. It's a quick, easy read. It's not too short though. You get your money's worth, but it's all linked down below. So go check it out. Once again, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.